Well, again, good day, everybody. It's 10th of December, 2024, and I'm just going to try to make a quick video. I've been following the news lately, but there's just some things that I don't know that have been put out in the West or not. I don't know. Not quite sure. It's not really mentioned a lot even over here, but what's going on mostly in Syria. A lot of the news, anyway, has been put in the shadows because of what's happening in Syria, and yeah, terrible stuff there. But a lot of the news, like I said, they're not really emphasizing what's really happening there. And well, first I'll tell you where I'm at. As you see, there's some young people practicing here, practicing marching, Belarusian flag in the background. And this is Victory Square. Used to be called the Circle Square, I guess, in Russian here. But anyway, let's get into the news. The United States and Israel are just bombing the crap out of Syria. That's not really being reported. I don't even know why. But the United States, I guess, as of last night, they had bombed like 250 targets, and Israel has bombed over 100. And if you saw that that little speech by Netanyahu, he said, "Oh, we're just moving into the buffer zone temporarily to protect Israel." Well, it looks like now they went beyond the buffer zone. Besides that, they took over other parts of the Golan Heights, because I believe a lot of the Syrian military has abandoned those areas. And like I said in another video, and a lot of people aren't emphasizing this either, but the reason why it was so easy to take over Syria is mostly because the United States had destroyed the economic potential of Syria. They bombed all the factories and all that. They took over the richest part of Syria, stealing whatever little oil that Syria had, and not to mention all the bombings that Israel was doing every week. You know, who knows what they're going to be doing now? Maybe they're going to be constantly bombing. I guess they bombed Beirut, or not Beirut. What am I getting at here? They're bombing Beirut too, yeah. But they bombed Damascus very many times, and a lot of targets inside of Damascus. So people are saying that there's a lot of these clouds of smoke coming out of Damascus, and I think a lot of that is mostly Israel doing all that bombing. But the United States, of course, does a lot of bombing in Syria as well lately. Like I said, 250 times as of early this morning. Boy. And South Korea, I guess they're still having some problems over there. I haven't been mentioning much about South Korea anyway. And Georgia, I don't know. I haven't heard so much about Georgia after Trump met Sour Bitchvili in, where was that, in Paris. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on there. I don't know if they said anything. And anyway, if you missed some of the other videos, in this area, it's like I said, Victory Square. This house back there, kind of behind the sign where you see the flashing lights, that's where Lee Harvey Oswald lived while he was living in Minsk. And right behind that, you can't see it from here, there's a yellow bus. I don't know if you can see a little flash of yellow in the trees down by the street level down there, but that's, what is that kind of a bus? I don't know if that's a tour bus, but that's where I believe the first Communist Party meeting took place, in a little green house over there. It's strange that it's right near Lee Harvey Oswald's apartment, right down the way there. And who knows what the real truth about Lee Harvey Oswald was and all that. You know, you get a lot of BS, and I think he was used as a patsy. I think a lot of people say that. Anyway, this is the TV tower back here, like I said, of one of the networks, television networks of Belarus, the ONT. Okay, so I don't know if there's any more news. I don't have any notes, and I was just wanting to put out a few things, you know. And terrorists are going crazy in Syria. A lot of stuff going on. They're killing a lot of people, a lot of Christians. And the leader that took over Damascus and that part of Syria, he is promising to be a good leader. And the prime minister is cooperating with him. Assad hasn't said anything yet, at least not as anything that I've seen. I haven't looked at the news for like 4 hours, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe a little longer than that. And I don't know if Assad has come out to speak at all, but he landed in Moscow supposedly. And I guess that's pretty much confirmed. And I think Iran has left there, and of course they ransacked the embassy and the terrorists. But there's different terrorists working there. So some of them are against each other. There's been some threats. And I think it was Lindsey Graham came out and was threatening one band, the ones I think that took over Damascus. So, who's Lindsey Graham anyway? You know, he's threatening. A lot of people say, a Trump supporter. I guess they're trying to make it sound like Trump is saying something that he's going to be doing something in Syria. Who knows? Who knows what's going on? Oh, I'll put out the news about Zelensky too. Zelensky, I guess he's really pissed off at Trump. Trump wants to end all that, and they want to stop spending money and throwing it in a black hole with a fire on the bottom. I'll show you the fire over here before I leave. And Zelensky, he's still trying to get everybody to throw lots and lots and lots of money. And Zelensky, he's buying a lot of foreign properties all over the world, you know, wineries and casinos, and how many yachts does he have? I think he's got 4 big luxury yachts, and who knows how many houses he's got. He's got houses all over the place. So a lot of the money that he's getting, and you know, and how it works in Ukraine, you know, when you get money for anything, you take your cut. And Zelensky, who knows, maybe he's got the biggest cut, but he owns a lot of businesses and things anyway in Ukraine. He has a complete dominant control over the media networks in Ukraine, and who knows what else. And you know, there's a lot of corruption. There's child trafficking, drugs, everything. It's all huge, huge, huge stuff. Weapons trafficking all over in Ukraine. And when they say that, what is that? Some people say, I guess, the most corrupt country in Europe. Well, a lot of people say it's the most corrupt country on planet Earth. Ukraine for a long, long time has been extremely corrupt. And I've heard about that, I don't know, over 30 years ago, maybe even before that. As long as I can remember, everybody's saying, you don't want to get messed up in Ukraine. Lots of corruption. And I think everybody, not everybody, but most of the society in there is corrupt. Things don't function over there without corruption, I'm guessing. So anyway, that's about it. It's a 7-minute video. I'm just trying to, you know, make, what do you call it, catching up with you guys a little bit, and trying to concentrate on school, learning Russian. So, yeah, what do I say? We have a German student, and now I'm starting to speak German again, so I'm getting German and Russian mixed up. But I won't say it. I won't try to speak in Russian or German right now. I'll just say, see y'all later, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. So, bye-bye.